you are not necessarily showing a house or listing a
Right.
property. However, at the end of the day, there's still a commission to be made.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Mix, where we're helping you make money through real estate. So today we're going to do the top 5 side hustles for agents. Why? Because agents are going broke in this slow market, and we all know why the market is slow. We know about the interest rates and how buyers are hoping and praying that the interest rates come down. Sellers don't want to sell because they already have super low interest rates from 2020 and 2021, part of 2022. But don't leave real estate. That's if you take away anything from these 5 side hustles, don't leave real estate. We're here with Susan South in sunny Florida. Did
Hi,
you
guys.
know, Susan, that between 2008 and 2012, that 400,000 agents left real estate, according to NAR?
So I didn't necessarily remember the number. However, guess what? I got into real estate in 2008. So I entered when everybody was leaving,
And
and
you were
they were
one of the
talking
smart
about
ones.
yeah, although it was a little rough. Don't get me wrong, it was totally rough. Uh, However, I saw everybody was complaining about, oh, it was so much easier. Buyers and sellers were falling off of trees. And I got into the industry and it was hard, but I was doing what I was supposed to do. And I think that it made a big difference. So for those of you that have started in the last couple of years, you're learning like how to do this business when it's hard. So only imagine when
When it's
things are
easy.
easier. Exactly. You're learning the true skills instead of just being lucky because of what's happening in the market.
I'm with you on that. And just so you guys know out there, it's not as bad as it was back in 2008 to 2012. Like, only, I believe it's
No.
80,000 real estate agents have left NAR. So these are NAR numbers, but have left in the past 2 years.
Hmm.
So it's not the mass exodus that it was in those other 4 years back in
Right.
2008. So
Yeah.
I just want people to not leave real estate because it's all
No.
cyclical. It is coming back around.
Yeah.
Know that in your head, know that in your heart. And here
Hmm.
are 5 side hustles that if you need to
Yeah.
tread water a little, let's make a little extra money. Let's pay a bill, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And in many ways, they all relate to real estate. So you're still in the business and
Right.
learning things that are pieces of the business.
So exactly, we chose 5 side hustles that utilize your skills as a real estate agent because you don't want to go. I mean, nothing against driving Uber, but if you can
Yeah.
do something that's within your industry, do something that's within your industry, right?
Agreed.
So,
Definitely.
the first one we both agreed on, right,
Hmm. Yeah.
was become an online notary. Now, you're not going to get rich from it.
Now, I saw probably between 50 and $75,000 if you're doing it full time is really
Really?
what I saw a lot of. Yeah, and then to do it full time can take a little bit of time to kind of get your name out there and all of that.
Right.
So when you compare it to what you can do as real estate as a successful agent, you are typically going to be making less. However, it is a great one to fill in those times. And, we all have to feed our families. We all have to pay our mortgage or rent or car payments and all of those kinds of things. And having an additional skill is never a bad thing. And
Right.
then this might be something that allows you to, ease up on the car payment and have those things that are still in the industry, and yet you have a little bit more money coming in.
The best part that I saw about becoming an online notary, one is nowadays, because of everything moving to online, you don't have to have someone come to you or go to them. There are websites
Yeah.
where you can sign up to be an online notary, and everything is done on the internet. So you don't have to leave. You can sit in your bunny slippers and do this. And the
How'd you
cost
know I
of,
was wearing bunny slippers?
because I actually own bunny slippers myself. But the cost of entry, how much did you say it was to get
I
somewhere
saw
around?
so I saw it all. I saw prices all over the place. However, I consistently saw somewhere around $150.
Right.
So there's probably some other fees that can be out there, but to start a whole new business for $150, $200, I think is on the low side. That's my
And
opinion.
not only that, when you start making more transactions, then you're going to be able to use your status as a notary to do other things. I mean, why not?
Yes.
It's just,
I know many agents that
yeah.
are notaries as well. And you can check with your brokerage. You probably are not going to be able to notarize on a document that you're involved in.
Okay.
However, I have agents that I may call because I need them to have something notarized.
My not so top one, but the one that I think I would do, or one of the ones that I think I would do, is so if I'm looking for houses anywhere. I'm helping clients. If I have clients, I'm helping them. If I see something that's off market, going to investors and letting them know of any off market opportunities, whether or not it's something that they can something that is underpriced. It doesn't matter if it's underpriced, but as long as it's off market, letting investors know about those off market properties and getting some sort of commission from that, or some sort of just getting some money from that. That is an easy one. It's low pressure.
So it is, it is. And I mean, I just had this happen not that long ago. My cleaning company, they had knew somebody that was selling an Airbnb because they just didn't want to have that extra property. So she said, hey, I don't know if you or somebody that you know would be interested. And so I then took that information, got a little bit of details on it, and I just reached out to a bunch of people because you will know investors. If you don't know them today, you will know investors throughout the
Right?
years. And I just reached out to all of them. Anybody interested in Airbnb? That's all I said. They didn't know the address, they didn't know anything. And from that, there is business to be made.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I would definitely be the one who is looking to, because it's always good to network with investors anyway.
It is.
So, and then
It
you
is.
might get a sale or a, being on the seller side or the buyer side from
Mhm.
that as well.
Yeah, yeah. You're doing the business. You're still in
Right.
the real estate business, and yet you are not necessarily showing a house or listing a
Right.
property. However, at the end of the day, there's still a commission to be made.
Right. All right. What's yours?
So I have another one that I myself have employed someone to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And this person it's a transaction assistant. They can actually do all of the paperwork. You get copied by everything.
Yep.
However, they are making sure that you have everything into your brokerage and everything is signed properly. I have missed a signature a few times, unfortunately. So they're doing that. They are potentially organizing your inspections and the different dates that are coming up and ensuring that the buyer puts in their money that they're supposed to put in for their deposit, the inspection, the date for the walkthrough, all of these things are handled. So you have this personal assistant and you can do it per transaction. So you don't have to
Right.
hire somebody. It could just be somebody that for a certain amount, and let's say it's $200, $300, it could be more depending on what they're doing, might even be less. And they are your true assistant. So how great is it for you to tell your buyer that, no, I have an assistant. Her name is Sarah, and she is going to be sending you things from time to time. I'll always be copied. You can always, reach out to me. However, they're just going to make sure that everything runs smoothly in the background
I
and
think
that
that
we get
is
to the
an
closing table.
excellent side hustle. And not only because the Center for Real Estate Education does have a course, if you want to be certified as a transaction coordinator, we have a mini course to be certified as a transaction coordinator, but it makes so much sense. And you don't have, like you said, you don't have to be a licensed real estate agent, because these are the
No.
things that assistants, non-licensed coordinators can do. However, if you want to do that, and if you have your real estate license, then you just become so that much more valuable to maybe someone who's actually doing a lot of work right now, and it keeps you in the industry.
If you are, an organized person, then this can be something that you can do even as a very strong agent, that
Yeah.
just when times are up and down, that you have a couple of clients that you're doing this as a side hustle.
And how much again were you able to make?
I have paid on the low end like $150,
Okay.
where it's more of just making sure everything is signed and sent over to the brokerage to get approved, and just the simple part of it. Like I did most of the paperwork. However, I have also seen it and done it a couple of times where I've hired somebody, and it might be as much as $500 to
Ooh.
where they're organizing more.
Especially for those of you out there who are really detailed oriented people. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So, my next one is property manager. Now, in the state of New Jersey, it depends. If you don't have to be a licensed real estate agent to be a property manager, but there are
Mhm.
things that you cannot do that property managers do if you are not licensed. You cannot accept rent, right? Because you can't handle the money if you are not a licensed agent. You cannot show apartments if you are not a licensed agent. So to be a property manager, and I'm not talking about for your own properties. If you're an investor and you're managing, you can manage your own properties. You can do whatever you want with your own properties. If you want to be a property manager for someone else, being a licensed real estate agent really is an advantage. There's no, I know in some states, I don't know about Florida, but in some states you can get a property management license, or you have to have a certain amount of education behind it. Not in my state. Do you know about in Florida?
So actually I don't know for sure. I don't do property management. I have
Right.
a good relationship with a company, and I've always referred that business over to them.
But it's, we all know people who right now are renting out houses. They're renting out, they might have multifamilies that they don't want to necessarily take care of anymore. They don't want to physically manage it. But in your spare time, if business is lagging right now, it makes so much sense for you to step in and be like, hey, I'll manage it for you. Especially, we have at the Center for Real Estate Education, we have a property management course.
I was just going to say, this is still staying in the real estate industry,
Yep.
and the owner of the property may at some time want to sell it or buy another property.
There you go.
So you can be looking out for, remember, the first thing, investors, that they're looking for other properties. So that could be something that ends up happening because you're building that relationship with them. And then the people that are renting, in some cases, that is just a stepping stone to get to the point where they're going to buy. So you might be
Correct.
able to, yeah. So you might be able
That's a
to
good
have a
one.
relationship with them that 2 years from now, they sign their lease, but 2 years from now, and you happen to know when their lease is up because you're managing it, and
Yep.
you're able to maintain that relationship and potentially be their agent for when they're buying.
I love, that's actually my favorite. And I think it's easy for real estate agents to sort of see the path. And again, these are not side hustles where you necessarily go and sign up on someone's website and then start doing things. These are things that are going to take, well, you're an agent. So you have that entrepreneurial spirit, you have that hustle in you. So these are actually side hustles, like they're real hustles.
There's a dance involved, which
Right,
I'm
there's a
really bad
hustle.
at.
Okay, your next one.
Being a showing agent.
Da 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 da
And
da. Showing
da
agent.
da da,
Yes.
yeah, to be a showing agent.
What exactly is being a showing agent? Just so we're all on the same page.
So you have listings, or maybe you have buyers and you want to go out of town, or you're just not available at that same time because you have another client that you're working with at that same moment. So you're not able to do something at 11 o'clock on a Friday because you have something else happening in your world, business or personal. And there are agents that you can hire to show that buyer a home. It may
Right.
be that it's just a little bit far. It could be that this is somebody who you've shown a bunch of properties to, and this is, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and they want to see this at 12, and it just isn't gonna work for you. So there are some websites that you can do this for, but you could also build relationships with agents where it's like, look, if you ever need anybody, this is what my fee is. My fee is $35 per door. And by the way, I'm throwing that number out there. I've seen people do it for 25. I've seen people do it for 50. Part of it is going to depend on how far away it is from that person. but
Mm-hmm.
you are basically there as a licensed agent so you can answer questions that are real estate related.
Right.
However, you are doing it on behalf of that other agent. So Noelle's the agent, right? I'm doing a showing for her, and she's going to pay me $35 to open the door for this particular property. I do check out the property so that I know a little bit about it online. I show up as a professional. I am here. You know what? Noelle is so sorry that she's not able to make it to the showing. I work with her from time to time, and I'm happy to answer any questions. But I know you're in such great hands with Noelle because she just is so fabulous of an agent, something like
Right.
that. And you are not going to represent yourself as a better agent. And in fact, you
Right.
are always in that back seat for this. However, you are still a professional because Noelle would not hire somebody that is not going to take care of her people. And
Right.
the idea is that at the end of it, maybe they love that house. You might even have a relationship with somebody that if they do love that house, that maybe there is a percentage or a referral or something like that because you sold them that house.
I was going to say that now that we're going into the summer, this is a great time for people who are interested in being showing agents as their side hustle.
Yes.
This is a great time because people go away on vacation. So even if you want to ask around your brokerage and say, hey, I'm willing to, for a fee, do some showings for you guys. I know I saw on the calendar you were going on vacation in a couple weeks. Is everything straight? Would you like me to show? And again, these are side hustles. These are not get rich quick. These are not, oh, I'm going to replace my full-time salary. This is a little bit of boost. This is, oh, the dishwasher broke. Let me use this to buy a new one, right?
Yeah. And if you're newer, I mean, maybe you're a newer agent, you need to be doing these types of things to learn how to do it. You've never
Right.
shown a house before, let's say, or maybe you've been an agent for 6 months and you've had a few clients, but you haven't had that many. Well, yes, this is just for that one transaction, and maybe it's only 35, 70, or $100 that you're making from working with that one client. However, you are doing the practice of real estate. You are learning how to hone or you're honing your skills so that you are showing houses better for the next client. And how
Right.
great is it that you are better at showing a property and then somebody loves the property and buys it, even if it's not that you're the main agent, but you are going through all of those tasks that are part of being an agent.
Well, I think these were wonderful. And remember, like agents are saying they're going broke, they don't have money, they need something to do. We just gave you 5 side hustles. If you want 5 of them, 5 whole ones. If you want more information on these things and other things that we're going to be giving you, we always let you know how to make money through real estate. Press the subscribe button, like us. Please leave a comment. It helps the whole YouTube world algorithm. So it helps us if you just, even a smiley face, just smile at us.
Yep.
That would be awesome. And also check the comments if you would like to speak to Susan. All of her information is in there, or not the comments, but the bio underneath. And if you're interested in our transaction coordinator certificate or our property management certification, look down there too. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thanks. You're welcome. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Thanks for watching this episode. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll see you next time.